Back out, back on it. Hope you enjoyed the walk up the hill. That's no fun carrying all your camera gear and your camping gear, bottles, beer, food. Anyway, we're back out. I've got a 2-day pass, 2-day prison free pass from the house. I'm off work and the intentions today are to build a debris shelter behind me, spend the next 2 days in it, and drink a load of beers, eat a load of food, and generally enjoy myself for the next 2 days, and I can't wait. I am buzzing to be out. The plan is to build a debris shelter where I am. Hopefully, I can turn you down a bit. The reason being, right here is nice and flat. The idea now is to put an upright here, and that right there, keeping that part of the shelter as my bed, which is nice and flat, and to the hill to my right hand side is piles of debris. That's one of the main reasons I picked the spot. Like last time I made a debris shelter, you really want to be able to drag that debris down the hill, making life a lot easier for yourself. So I think the first thing to do is dig down my 2 vertical uprights and support them so I can make a horizontal beam across the top, and then some rafters going down the back to hold all the debris, which is going to keep me nice and dry if it rains, or like last time if it snows. So step 1, which isn't going to be pulling the uprights up, is actually going to be clearing the floor. When you do it, try and clear it behind you, so that when you do put in those rafters, you're actually creating the back end of the shelter. So there's my horizontal piece. It was a nightmare trying to find another piece of wood with a natural Y in it, so I actually cut a Y into the top of this. They're both drilled into the floor about a foot. Make sure that when you put your horizontal beam in, make sure that it's a sturdy piece of wood. Spend time looking for it. That's a nice piece of oak and it's not going anywhere. Next step, stage 3, is to put all our horizontal beams down the back to catch our debris. So that is almost step 3 completed. I think it was step 3. I can't stress enough to make sure that you put enough of these vertical rafters in. The more time you spend doing this, the less time you'll spend thatching it. because the leaves and the little sticks will just fall straight through if there's not enough on top. So that's taken me about 3/4 of an hour. That is step 4 complete. That's thick enough in terms of branches. Step 5 is make a cup of tea. Just make it inside. Sit down, catch the old breath, and then after that we can start getting the debris dragged downhill and then chucked up on top. Start at the bottom, work your way up. You're going about 1 foot deep. Sometimes that's not possible, so just get enough on there, as much as you possibly can. Oh, we're back using the MSR Dragonfly. If you haven't seen it before, great piece of kit. Pump the bottle, turn the gas on, and then this is your regulating valve for fuel. Quickly prime it. Watch your eyebrows. Let that flame burn and heat the element up inside. Well, that's going to take a while. Then watch your eyebrows again. Now that's heated up nicely. So the final step is going to begin. Whilst I was drinking my coffee, I was just dragging some of the debris down the hill already. Basically, get as much of this as you can, starting at the bottom, build away all the way to the top. Try and keep that thickness there as well. The thicker, the better. See what I mean about that? The weaving of the horizontals makes catching that debris so much easier. I know there's going to be so many of you out there saying, Max, use a tarp or use a wool blanket to collect all the leaves. Great idea, except if you've got a wool blanket or a tarp, what are you doing building a shelter? Just joking. The main reason I do it like this is just basically to show that if you haven't got anything like I have here, you can still do it. You can still make a decent shelter that'll keep you warm and dry. Not so much warm, it'll definitely keep you dry in a survival situation. Basically what I've been doing to collect all the leaves, getting myself a stick like this. Hopefully you can see, dragging it back across the floor. and repeat. One of the most annoying things about doing it this way, I've got a tarpaulin in that bag, I just can't bring myself to use it. Don't skimp on the thickness. So there it is, home from home. It's probably 5 foot tall, and took me about, I don't know, 2.5 hours to complete. Oh, that was a nightmare getting all the thatching right. But there we are, it's there. Home for the next 2 nights. I'm not going to get all my bedding in at the moment. I've got a load of other things I want to do and just have a beer and stuff. Maybe another cup of tea before. But yeah, there she is. Take you for a quick walk round. Oh. So there's the side and the back. Boom. I skipped the having a beer before I put a bed in. I've got everything in. I thought if I have a beer, I'm just going to end up sleeping in the fire or something. I just won't be bothered to put all my stuff in, so I committed to the task in hand, and we're here. There we are. Keller Pills. This is 4.8%. lostandgrounded.co.uk. Hop bitter lager beer. Let's have a go. Smells like a metal can. Quite nice. It's not £3 nice. It is good though. Soon I'm gonna have some food because I am starving. I'm gonna put safety glasses on instead of my other glasses in case I lose them. And my fishing polarizers, they were expensive and these were free. I made a really big schoolboy error. I can't believe what I've done. I checked my kit over and over again, and then just before I went out I thought my neck knife needs to be sharpened. I think you know where I'm going with this. So I sharpened my net knife, put like, I think it was like 2000 grit and whetstones it, and didn't put it in my bag. Now, I can't stress enough how important it is to take 2 knives. I always keep a Swiss Army you know, a Victorinox knife. In fact, I'll show you that. I always keep one on me, just for the pure reason that it's good to have two knives. I've got I think it's the fisherman one. This was a gift to me, I think from my father. But I could strike the ferrorod, but scary times. So, ingeniously, my fold-in, I got a spoon, fork and knife made by Rolson. They come with little, the other one's got like a bottle opener, a tin on it, but this I couldn't give two fucks about, so I'm going to scrape the ferro with this. Now, I want to talk to you about another type of firelighting. Basically, if you get a piece of wood such as this one, it's quite what we call punk wood, so it weighs nothing, sort of dry rotted. Inside, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but the very core of it is a pith. So you've got the outer layers coming into this middle pith of really flaky, just nice and dry fluff. So what you want to do is you want to make a pile of it. I'm going to put this on the floor and try and turn the camera down so that you can see it. Or move. There you are. That should be alright. I find the best way to strike into these is to keep your rod, your ferro rod, they're stationary and static, so that you can just scrape a load of you see the smoke? I don't know how well you can see that there, but I completely just blew it off. Oh, there. There's no chance of saving that, so I'm going to have to redeem myself by doing it again. It's your fault. If you weren't here, I'd have my fire lit by now. So keep the ferro rod nice and static. I think sometimes it's probably best just to let it do its own thing. You got no time for that. Let's try and get you a close up. So the idea now is to get this bundle of stuff, really, you know, blow a flame into it basically and get a nice ember glowing. We'll transfer that into more fine stuff. I'm going to skip this part because it can get quite tedious, and hopefully the next step of the video will be the fire going. Excuse me. You have to excuse me if this filming is going to be a bit precarious. basically, I wasn't going to show you the light in the fire, but a good friend of mine, Rob, said that he wanted me to show him the upside down fire in more detail, so why not? It's a good opportunity to do it. Here we have 4 wide horizontal layers consisting of thick to thin, right up through the grades of wood that we saw in my previous video. Prep all your wood first, get all laid out so that it's there ready for when you want to create your fire. The tinder that we lit earlier, I just left it go out, but we've got some super fine stuff here, and I can't stress enough again, prep, make sure you've got enough of this, because you might get the flame going and then it goes out because you haven't got enough little wood, and it's so stressful. We're going to give it a go. I'm going to light that punk wood back up and try and transfer it into the tinder bundle and see what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll just get some petrol on it. This is going to be so tricky. Right, I didn't want to bore you with how long that really took me to do. That was an absolute pig. Let's go in. Boom. Oh man. The one thing I love about these upside down fires, you can see right now, 0. Oh. So I'm starting to get pretty hungry. The menu tonight is going to be vegetable curry. Actually it's vegan, it's super healthy. Shout out to Paul Matthews, Uncle Jabers, one of my best friends in the entire world. He's going to be my best man at my wedding when that day eventually comes. We've had to cancel our wedding so many times now due to COVID. This is Paul's idea of a perfect bushcraft meal, and since I had it a few months ago with him, I'll never ever think about this meal again in the same way. It's so good and it's so simple. Hopefully you can see this. Paul actually uses aubergine, which I should have got, but I didn't, and I was in a rush to come here. So 1 courgette, 2 carrots, garlic, onion, tomato passata. In here is paprika, cumin, a bit of coriander, smoked paprika, sorry, curry powder, and I've also got some grain masala in it, which is lovely, and some oil that stays in my bug out bag forever. There's also tomato puree in the bag that I can't find at the moment, but it is somewhere. Just fry up the onion and the garlic, wait till they go translucent, smash in your courgettes peeled and your carrots peeled, sweat them off for a bit, add your tomato passata and your tomato puree. There's also 3 bay leaves in here, and that is the key to this meal, is those bay leaves. The aroma you get off that is just spot on. We're going to cook it all in the 14cm zebra billy pot, which is absolutely ideal for the job. I'm not actually going to have any rice with this because I don't particularly think you need it. It's just so fulfilling. It's just an epic meal. In a bit, once this is cooked up, I'll get you in for a shot of the final product. So in here are the onion and garlic. Is the onion and garlic? Are the onion and garlic? Both of them. They're in there. Give them a good swill up with that. Mix up with the oil. And in there is all our spices. And that just smells so good. The onion and the courgette. I'm on the chopping board. This actual chopping board, I used my Victorinox to make it up earlier out of a piece of wood I found, you know. So there they are on the bay leaves. So we're going to get the onion and the garlic on the fire, get them translucent, then add the carrots and the courgettes, sweat them off, just chuck everything in then, all in one go, and cook it up until it's done. God, I know it looks light out by there, but the moon's out, the light is dropping so fast. This camera it's no good at even in low lights. Like the GoPro is better than this camera with low light situations, but the quality on this just far outweighs that, the GoPro, and the sound quality. Now hopefully with this new mic, not like the new mic I had with the GoPro on the canoe trip. Oh, that was a waste of space. Yeah, I got home after all that. I put so much work into that canoe trip. I got home and the first clip was like, I was just, I was gutted, man. I could have cried. I felt physically sick. But if anyone's wondering what I'm recording this on, I bought a Canon D600 for £200. Unfortunately the lens is broke, but my father kindly bought me this lens, which is a kit lens 18 to 55mm, I think. I'm not clued up on this, but on top of it is a Rode mic. I bought it for £40 second hand on Marketplace, but the quality, I think you'll agree, is just spot on. Anyway, the curry's on. It's been on for about half an hour, and I'm getting stuck into my second tinny of the caterpillars. You know, I really like the presentation on this can. I think it's spot on. The mountains and what looks to me like a moomin rowing a boat. I don't know if you can see that. If anybody doesn't know what a moomin is, do me a favour, get off my channel. So night is drawn in. This head torch, the Phoenix HP 25R, is a gem, 1000 lumens. This is going to be probably the last video seen tonight, so there's the curry. I can't wait but God help me, tomorrow morning it's going to be absolutely brutal. Oh, it smells so good. Good night, guys, and I'll see you on the morrow. Good morning. We had to swap to the GoPro, so the sound quality is not going to be the same, but the camera batteries died overnight because of the cold. It got down to minus. There was a little frost on the leaves this morning. I got up about 5 AM for a pee, then about 6:30 and about 8 and finally got out of bed around about now, it's about 10 o'clock. But I filled up my billy can from the stream, put some in my soya filter. I'm going to get a cup of tea on because I'm dry. I had serious one milky coffee. Oh. Cheers. Ooh. So I am starving, but we've just got a whole pack of bacon on the grill. As you can see, a bit of leaf on there, a bit of extra protein. To go with the bacon, we've got more bacon. Yum. Well, I told a fib. We're not having just bacon. We've got tomato, chilli and herb couscous. We're just going to mix it all in the cup and we're just going to fill our boots basically. Have a cup of tea as well. Have a cup of tea in more. Don't know if you can hear, but the lads have arrived. I can't wait for tonight, it's going to be messy. I don't know what else I'm going to film today. I don't know if I'm just going to knock the filming on the head and go and enjoy myself with the boys, because I've been waiting for this night for a long time, you know. With lockdown and everything, so who knows? Might see you soon. Might see you sooner than soon. So I'm here with my mate Paul, one of my best friends in life.
I'm not his friend at all.
It's fair enough. But
we just camp together.
We
and
just
have a
share
cutch.
things.
We just have a cutch, that's all.
Luckily, he's given me a bit of his beer, so he is my friend, no matter what he says. What is this?
This is Brewdog, man. This is the seasonal synchronicity, which is none other than the Clockwork Orange.
4.5.
Oof, personal favourite of mine, Max, of course. Yachi da, bro.
It is quite citrusy, isn't it?
It is a nice citrus.
It's not too much. It's nice.
Not too much. So yeah, basically we've come out with some other guys in our bushcraft group. So there's 7 of us out tonight, camping in different things. Obviously, some's got like a one-man tent, like a Pomori type of thing. Some are camping in hammocks. Obviously, Max has knocked this up the last couple of days. I'm just camping in a ditch over there with a basha over the top, so I hope it doesn't rain or fill full of water, man.
Like usual, like normal.
Yeah, like the normal stuff, but it's lovely. It's sort of 16th, 17th of May, April even.
April, right, 2021, yeah. The year of the pandemic.
Yeah.
What's the temperature today? Could be 16 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's about, I'd say 16, 17 in the sun. When you're out of the sun, it gets cold, and to be fair, looking at this, it's going to be -1 or 2 tonight.
It's going to be cold, clear skies, and the temperature just flies out then. The clouds on there to hold the heat in, so it's going to be pretty cold. What? Did you bring a sleeping bag today?
Yeah, I brought just an old...
Going soft.
I know. Yeah, it's an old Arctic bag. It is an old British Army edition. It's alright, it's golden, got a little biv. So, yeah.
Wanna come and say hello?
So yeah, we plan on doing a mountain walk later. Typically we'll have a bit of food now and then. We're actually in a place called St Mary's Vale, which is the bottom of the Sugarloaf. Or
Oh what?
What's the other name for it, man? I don't know.
I don't know what the actual name of the Sugarloaf is. Has it got a Welsh name? Must have.
What's the name of the lunatic asylum?
Which one?
The one in Abergavenny, man.
Oh, St Cadoc's?
No,
That's
hardly Welsh, is it?
Maindif Court, that is.
That's not Maindif Court, no.
It is.
Oh, Lord.
Right, we'll start it.
So yeah, what we'll do after Max, we'll go for a walk. We'll go up over the top of this ridge, right the way around to the Sugarloaf.
What's the real name for that?
The real name?
Of the Sugarloaf?
Mynydd Penafal.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Actually, there was a lunatic asylum that was called Penafal. Did you know that?
Which is down the town of Abergavenny.
Absolutely. I grew up there as a child.
But in the
lunatic asylum. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
No, I didn't. That was just a joke. But yeah, we're so blessed to be out to live in amongst this phenomenal place, really, in the Black Mountains. It's on our doorstep, and I know there's been a lockdown and all that good stuff, but we've been blessed enough to be able to get out.
This is a special place, but for some even more special than others, like yourself, if you want to tell us.
So basically my mother grew up in a little tiny sort of stone cottage just at the bottom of the valley there, and grew up with nothing really. I mean, she was born back when God was a boy, 1932, and penniless.
You knocked round with his son, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Jesus, he was born in Wales. Jesus was born in the Arctic, everybody.
Oh! So, it is the beginning of the second day, and I just woke up. If I look a bit worse for wear, it's because I was howling last night. What are you doing? Paul's trying to make me laugh whilst I'm recording. That's how I felt this morning. Yeah, I didn't get much filming done last night. There's a good reason for that. Like I said, on film, I am. Just wanted to spend a good laugh with them budge fuckers. Yeah, it's the last time we will be coming to this particular spot, so we opened a bottle of champagne and it was a great night. So I'm gonna have my cup of tea, have my breakfast, pack up, see you on the next video. Peace.